Last time in Cedar City,
This is where I usually hold back a bit.
things took an unexpected turn
The holes will be dug.
and went desperately wrong.
Deadly.
A front yard almost pushed us across the line. But we narrowly escaped disaster with a beautiful landscape design.
That came together all right.
I'm Joel, a landscape designer and budding rock star.
That's good. Thank you. Some of my best work.
Here's my partner Kennedy, who knows what a guitar is.
Yeah, excellent.
And my other, slightly confused partner, James.
Yeah, hi, James here.
These are my clients, Desmond and Janet. And we're tackling their front and backyards.
Our immediate family is myself and Desmond, and we have 3 boys. We've been, trying to do a little bit of planting and keep it looking okay until the last couple of years we've really said, man, we're not winning here. We need a professional.
A professional?
Is it?
Me?
Who wants lunch?
That's what Joel's been hired to do for us.
Where'd everybody go? In the front, they're upset because it doesn't look great for the neighbors. It's in a state of disrepair. And in the back, they can't use the space for themselves.
It was advertised as a low-maintenance backyard, and we've kept it a low-maintenance backyard. I guess over the years, the patio stones have really deteriorated. It's sloping off to one side. There's an old tree stump that we neglected to get rid of.
This looks like it's going to be a pain in the ass. The first order of dirty business,
Hey,
a
nice.
site survey.
Checking out my HS. There you go.
I am.
Our chief designer, Lauren, is here to help, to write down some important
ready to
figures and take a few snaps.
Okay, now we have to take some photos.
Okay.
This is where the magic begins. Not exactly a fashion shoot,
Oh my
but
God.
needing a wardrobe change anyway. I honestly don't know why you're seeing this. Avert your eyes. It'll be over soon. So, back to Desmond and Janet's place.
So we're trying to create an interesting entrance here.
Maybe like some nice arc, type of
Oh, that'd be nice.
action going just to soften the whole front yard.
Well, maybe this could be some sort of a wall.
Actually, you know what would be great is if we could carry this detail of the arc wall onto the asphalt.
Great idea.
I think our kids will definitely be using it to run around or to do some balancing on the top of that arcway. It's only 18 inches off the ground. What could happen?
The backyard? This is the practical, everyday space.
I think you have to call it what it is as far as a
Courtyard.
Yeah. But maybe we can do some interest across here and making a room type of feeling.
It'd be nice to add some architecture here because the views there aren't very pretty. There's a house right here, and then the garage, and then their house, and then there's another house here. It's all quite crammed in, so it'd be nice to give them something to frame them.
We're thinking screens of 6x6 cedar, inset with tempered sandblasted glass.
Usually we're using them as partitions to
Right.
block. Maybe this way we could have it as
So they walk
viewing
through sort of
areas.
a corridor, and it
Yeah.
becomes like an architectural feature they walk
Yeah.
through. The usable space is 15 by 18, so that's like the size of a nice sized living room. So you can make nice space in there, I think.
yeah, nice room for a patio.
Another thing the client is interested in addressing is the green issue.
They are composters, which is great to see.
That's
Sorry,
interesting.
let me repeat that. They do composting, which is great to see.
We're all composters.
We all, at the end of the day.
We've been giving our compost to our neighbors, and now we'll actually be able to use our own compost, and hopefully that means we'll have an even better garden.
It's nice to see people growing their own vegetables and enjoying them. They also have rain barrels, which are great for recycling water. They're interested in putting in trees that ultimately will cause shade, which will keep the climate cool.
Our first impression was like, wow, it was really quite impressive from an artistic point of view. Most of the ideas that Joel has come up with, we've gone with.
I love it. I think it could be just a beautiful little garden.
I agree.
Yeah.
I guess my hesitation is just the mess that this place is going to be in a couple days.
Did someone say mess? 2 tiny urban spaces, 1 big rip out. A real, if you know what I mean. Next on the stump, that big old stump. Kinda looks like a molar. Ugh, I can almost feel it coming out.
That part of it's supposed to be staying.
At least that was the plan.
Joel? Yeah. How much of the driveway stand here?
If you have to screw it up, we'll get it re-asphalted by Sal, but I don't think you'll be able to do it this year because he's running out of time.
Oh, okay. Get it out! Killed it!
Oh, I hope not. Whew. Finally, here it comes. Compared to the back, the front yard's been a piece of cake. But we're not totally in the clear. Just how are we going to green this place up?
Hey, Kennedy, how you doing?
Hey, man.
So the front yard, we're trying to soften the view out. Thinking a nice cluster of like 4 service berries or pears. Like pears might be really good, actually.
And it makes their house kind of recessed from the road.
It'd be really kind of neat to do some beach here that could be clipped into a cube. I'll squeak in a nice focal here, just again, softened by the door.
Yeah. And it also blocks this house out.
The backyard is definitely simpler than the front.
Yeah.
At the back is a brick wall with a window.
Right.
So I think that a tree that has some nice height, so it gives us an opportunity to do something interesting, like some nice astilbe or something that can handle shade and give them a little bit of flower. Actually, I think that would be a good idea. For this area, I'm thinking 2 standard trees in here again, because I feel like if you did an evergreen or you did the columnar, that's it.
You wouldn't even see the panels anywhere. It wouldn't show off or anything.
Yeah. So
no, I think for sure it's got to be standard.
Yeah.
Things could still change dramatically, even at this stage of the game. Better talk it through one final time with Janet and Desmond.
The driveway is going to be a continuation of the arc stone wall. You guys are going to have this integration of these 2 arcs coming together. And the driveway is going to be 2-tone with asphalt and Belden paver.
And is this the area where the ledge rock wall is going to be that we've been talking about?
Yep, exactly. They're just laying.
That's what's going to give our house curb appeal.
A joke. And our segue to the action out back.
It's looking good. If we start with this area here as to what's happening, this is really the focal because of our privacy screens. And then we're going to have your nice upper patio here with your soon-to-be vegetable patch. And then we're looking to get a bit more privacy. So I think we spec'd originally a standard serviceberry, which is a mid-sized tree shrub, great interest through every season. We have some just sort of the barbecue decking area that will just be built right on top because the drainage is working out great. Then we'll have our patio going across here, just sort of delineating the space. Again, hopefully we can move this guy. It will mean that you guys will have to sacrifice a bit of your upper deck if you're comfortable with that. Yeah?
That's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to remove that post?
Yeah, 6x6 pressure treated post. Couldn't be more ugly.
4 screens going here?
Yep.
All each glass?
Yep.
Okay. Well, obviously you want this out of here then.
Yeah.
Okay, well, ideally, where do you want the post?
Anywhere back here.
Okay.
We can move this post back, but we have to put one on the house.
Against the house to support that.
That is a 10 times better answer than I thought I was gonna get.
So now that the deck is dealt with, the office empties for a field trip to the stone quarry. It's all business.
Oh, I love this, eh? The lava floor.
Can you guys all stand in front of it so I can't take a picture of it?
Hold on. Let's see. 203 is what I weigh. Look at that. It's like right on.
They have a lot here.
I know, they have a lot in. I don't think we've seen nicer wire-thin flagstone in for a long time.
Sometimes I wish it wouldn't weather so gray, though. I love that, you know?
I was just gonna say, this will weather to the gray color. Like this is all one is.
Yeah.
Over time.
We got to be careful when we're using this stuff because you got iron deposits and it's not really apparent when you're installing it. All of a sudden you get this in a year and they want to jack the stone out.
I think that's a common example of people wanting it to be like an interior.
Exactly.
But that's the beautiful thing about natural stone outside. It has these imperfections.
Imperfections and all, this stuff is going to rock on the front walk and rear patio. Now, for the arced wall out front,
This is 2-inch and this is 8-inch. They'll probably wind up with like a 4-inch stone somewhere in the middle.
Yeah,
So I think
I
it'll
love
be
that.
beautiful by the time the guys get done chipping it.
Every stone is going to be curved. It's not they're stacked like this, a whole bunch of straight lines, and then it becomes a curve. They curve curve chisel every one of the stones.
And to stop from going mad, even our guys use a template.
It makes for nice, clean lines. This is not an inexpensive stone, so when you're investing money like that, you want to do it right.
This is the template for the curve because it's a double-sided wall, so there's going to be an inner and an outer curve. So you work your way across the top of the stone, mark the sides, and then flip it and match the corners.
And this has to be done for every single piece of this flagstone. And it's 1.5 tons of chiseling. To even out the grade in the backyard, we're compacting screening before laying the stone. Nothing like an even walking surface.
We lay it down upside down, and we'll flip it over into position. Flip 1, 2.
It's as if you can't see the forest for the post.
I'm just trying to figure if the scale's gonna be a little too heavy. This is where I usually hold back a bit.
It's time for feedback from the Brain Trust.
I put my staircase
I haven't been there
on
since
the weekend.
What was that?
Had a hernia.
I almost gave myself a hernia on the weekend too. I can't remember what I was doing.
Well, funny enough, I was there.
And
it was bizarre.
That's way too much information.
So, let's get back on track.
I'm gonna ask you to go and take a look at the posts and tell me what you think.
We want to look at the posts because it looks like a forest. And they don't look like they have any rhyme or reason until they're finished.
That's right.
what. And so there's often
I actually think they're gonna create a really nice feeling of the upper patio being a really nice room.
An outdoor room? I could see it if those posts weren't in the way.
Des said, oh, I don't know about that. Can we change our minds? These posts were a bit shocking to him at first.
To help soften the change, we've saved the fence.
So it was suggested a nice black stain would really help to kind of blend it into the background. And I think it's really doing that. It looks kind of neat.
Nice to know we're somewhat on track because this small project is surprisingly large. I don't know, still looks like a lot of toothpicks. But something else has got me uneasy.
They want to meet today.
about.
I don't know. I don't like it when clients want to meet midway through a project. Everything's been going peachy. I don't know.
It would be really bad to change the design direction now. Turns out it's only a composting 911.
I've done nothing.
We're all composters.
We all, at the end of the day, we have these awesome rolling composters, which, as Desmond is telling me about, it's great for speeding up the process.
Yeah, they work better because when you turn them around, it oxygenates the process, and composting is an aerobic process.
Did someone say aerobic? So, Lauren's got time for the gym?
And you guys are doing a vegetable patch, so it's going to be tomatoes, right?
Yeah, organic tomatoes.
Organic.
Our fresh compost.
There you go. So we're off.
When you have 3 kids, you need 2 composters.
Well, things really are coming semicircle, as can be seen with the new parking pad. And speaking of round objects,
They're pretty big balls. They're pretty big balls here, which is great because it always means we have a nice, healthy root system in those balls. Yeah, good balls. Oh, my back. Thanks, Leo. Oh, my back. Thanks, Chris. I'm not sure about these guys. Those eyesore janellas are a little too small. So, anyways, I like
you're planting a big stick right now.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, Peter. It's Joel. The eyesore janellas are just a little too Charlie Brown Christmas tree-like. So, do you have anything bigger? The ferns actually, I think, go in the top left corner, but the grasses go into the back. Putting the evergreen yew hedge in is an easy, cheap fix, a lot less expensive than building a nice cedar screen. Whoever services it will also need access to it, so it's easier to get at. So there's 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you guys just want to get a picture of the crew getting really mad at me because I asked them to take it off the truck, put her on the truck, and now I've asked them to take it back off the truck. Hi, Desmond. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
The plants just were delivered, but 2 of the trees for the backyard showed up. They were just too small, so I sent them back. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that we'll be waiting a few more days for the trees that are going in the planters in the backyard.
Okay, no problem.
for between those still imaginary screens in the backyard, we've got just the right thing.
There's a chartreuse green Japanese maple, and with the black stone and everything, it is an unbelievable color combination. So it might be a little tight with the glass screens, but I think we can make it work.
Seems like we've been here forever, and there's still a ton to do. Finishing touches to the stonework, lighting, even more woodwork, and the driveway needs a fix-up after all. The tinier the yard, the bigger the challenges.
The supports are doing what they're supposed to be doing. We've planned it well.
And I see screens.
This is tempered glass. It's the kind of stuff you see in hockey rinks. Tim's going to have it solid on all sides, so there's no chance of any harm or any worry with the children.
The tempered glass finally going in means we can call our stylist Lisa to help give the backyard al fresco appeal.
So no doubt, this is a dining patio. The kids will be playing out here as well. So
Not much room to lay in terms of, where to put things.
That's, I would say, your biggest challenge here is that, again, there's still, I think, a lot of kids' toys to come out.
Maybe we'll tell the kids to go minimal with their toys. But what we can play around with are things that can be easily moved around by the homeowners.
Yeah.
And to change around to make it more interesting. Very low maintenance. Honey, can you light the candle? Okay.
We've got light. How about seating?
Oh, this is a way better fit. But this would be nice. It's round. It'll go great.
Couldn't agree more.
That came together all right. When people come up to a front yard and they're coming into your house, the first thing they see is the garden. It's hugely important. So try and make it sing.
When you start off with a big job like that, I don't think you know what you're going to have or see at the end, but how it all works together has been a pretty neat thing to watch.
And whether it's professionally designed or by a homeowner, you can go out and buy an inexpensive urn, plant it up through every season, or a piece of art, sculpture. These are focals, they're attainable by everybody to varying degrees, and they give interest. There's different ways of doing this. If you're on a budget, this wall could have been out of yew.
Absolutely.
So there's some nice options for there.
Gives them a beautiful view out of the front window too, which is really nice.
Get away from that traditional foundation planting up against the house.
The one element that I enjoy the most, it's the stonework. I really enjoy just walking up from my car, going up the steps one way, or if I need to pick up the groceries in the trunk, I can walk around the walkway to the other. It almost seems like it's bigger than the actual space is.
Honestly, I think it's the most creative front yard we've done. It's a beautiful urban little lot. It is bang on. Amazing in what you can really do to achieve, something like this.
Appeal.
Curb appeal.
Yeah.
So can we see the backyard? Yeah, let's check it out.
Check it out.
Yeah, I heard there's more to this job.
The backyard with the tempered glass and the structures, it's like an extra room to our house.
You want to try and do things different, but I think it was the kids. Because they had kids, I thought they'd want to see in there. I didn't want to make them feel walled off, but I wanted to have something different and unique, so therefore the screens.
You would have never considered sitting in the back before. Now that we almost have an extra room back there, I think we will be spending a lot more time there.
They're not really screens. Like from the house looking out, they don't screen off. They screen the angles when you're back here.
And that's where the privacy was needed,
Yeah,
it really is cool. Great clients that were on the same page as far as green issue is concerned. They were into composting.
For a very small garden, the compost, they're very innocuous. You hardly see them, but they're still there.
Black on black.
They wanted a vegetable garden, all these things. And plant material. We installed a lot of beautiful plant material that's going to be great for the environment.
And these service berries make a great backdrop to this brick facade behind us.
We got great plant material. They came in nice, big, and beautiful.
What is this Japanese mammoth? Is it a
It's just the green standard.
Also, the dogwoods in there, they look amazing. The variegated dogwoods, because it lightens up that little space beautifully.
I think Joel and the guys really did a great job identifying what we needed and what we wanted. The front might be a little bit more bold than we actually are, but that's okay, because it's okay to be different and to have something that you really like.
I would say it's privacy in an urban setting. We can still see our neighbors, but we have our own little space.
Nice work, guys.
Great going.
Beautiful. Great team.
Great going, man. Great going.
Excellent. Excellent.
Let's all have a keep in the
I think we should get back to the drink.
What traumas do you think you're repressing from your childhood?
Oh my God, you don't even want to know. Lots.
This is better than being on the couch.
Ron, what the hell should I do?
Personally, with my life. You know, I'm freaking paranoid, man. I've only had one lesson. The other guys just look at me like you're a jackass, so I'm just talking to myself. Man, my parents.
Where'd everybody go? What's going on?
I just feel so